everybody, welcome back to our channel. If you're here for the first time, do not forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell notification to get notified whenever we upload a video. And thank you for all your love and support on all our videos. It really means a lot to us. So today we're going to talk about the Policy Bazaar IPO Grey Market Premium and Cost Rate. PB Fintech is India's leading online platform for insurance and lending products. So what the company does is it provides convenient access to insurance, credit, and other financial products and aims to create awareness in India about the financial impact of death, disease, and damage. In 2008, PB Fintech launched Policy Bazaar, aimed at catering to consumers who need more information, choice, and transparency in insurance policies. It is an online platform for consumers and insurer partners to buy and sell insurance products. 51 insurer partners offered over 340 term, health, motor, home, and travel insurance products on the Policy Bazaar platform as of March 2021. Policy Bazaar offers its users with pre-purchase research, purchase including application, inspection, medical checkup, and payment, post-purchase policy management, including claims, facilitation, renewals, cancellations, and refunds. The company's technology solutions are focused on automation and self-service driven consumer experiences requiring minimal human intervention. According to Frost and Sullivan, Policy Bazaar was India's largest digital insurance marketplace with a 93.4% market share based on the number of policies sold in fiscal 2020. Also in the same year, 65.3% of all digital insurance sales in India by volume were transacted through Policy Bazaar. PB Fintech also launched Paisa Bazaar in 2014, intending to provide ease, convenience, and transparency in selecting a variety of personal loans and credit cards for the consumers. The company has partnered with 54 large banks, NBFCs, and fintech lenders offering a wide choice of products to consumers across personal credit categories, including personal loans, business loans, credit cards, home loans, and loans against property. According to Frost and Sullivan, Paisa Bazaar was India's largest digital consumer credit marketplace with a 51.4% market share based on disbursals in fiscal 2020. During fiscal 2019, 2020, and 2021, Paisa Bazaar enabled disbursals of 51,000, 15 MN, 65 and 65,496 million and 29,168 million respectively. Competitive strengths of the company are as follows. It it is provides a wide choice and transparency to customers to research and select insurance and personal credit products. It has proprietary technology which helps in superior data intelligence and customer service. It has collaborative partnership with various companies for insurance and lending products. It has strong network effects for Policy Bazaar and Paisa Bazaar platforms. It has high renewal rates. It has capital efficient model with low operating costs, and it has experienced founders and management. The objects of the issue as to why the company is being listed are as follows. The primary reasons are for enhancing visibility and awareness of companies' brands, including but not limited to Policy Bazaar and Paisa Bazaar, of approximately rupees 15,000 million. For new opportunities to expand the company's consumer base, including offline presence of rupees 3,750 million. For funding strategic investments and acquisitions of approximately rupees 6,000 million, for expanding presence outside India of rupees 3,750 million, and for general corporate purposes. The company's financials are as follows. There are no listed companies in India whose business is comparable with that of the company's business. Marwari Shares and Finance, which has an avoid rating over the issue as valuations are demanding for a loss-making company, said, considering the TTM as of June 2021, sales of rupees 949.37 crore on a post-issue basis, the company is going to list at a market cap or sales of rupees 46.40 with market cap of rupees 44,051 crore. Analysts say as the company is not profitable, valuing it on the basis of PE is not possible. At the higher end of the price band, the issue is aggressively priced at 45 times the price or sales based on fiscal year 2022 annualized sales. However, given a fancy for novel tech-based startups, the issue could enjoy premium valuation. Given the euphoria for this issue, the shares had been trading in the range of rupees 2100 to 2300 in the unlisted market last week. Investors with a higher risk appetite looking to take exposure to a niche tech-based platform should consider investing in the issue. ING Money said in a report. You can take a look at the strengths, weakness, opportunities, and threats of Policy Bazaar over here. The strengths obviously are its market presence. It has been dealing in the online space for more than a decade now, so they are very well poised to expand and further strengthen their operations. According to the platform, they receive more than 100 million visitors yearly and sell about 4 lakh insurance policies a month. They have the IRDAI license. So they recently received its insurance broking license from IRDAI. This license is going to enable the company to venture into other business verticals like claim assistance, setting up points of presence networks, and various other offline services. It will also help Policy Bazaar to charge a fee for web aggregation and commission. They have multiple products, so more than 35 insurance companies are enlisted on Policy Bazaar platform. Thus, one can choose from a wide range of products from multiple providers, and they have a very strong funding. So currently, Policy Bazaar operates on a base fund of $766.6 million. Also, recently, the company has received funding worth $75 million from the US-based Falcon Edge Capital. The IPO will further catalyze its growth and help it expand into various verticals. The weaknesses of the company are that are its losses in consecutive years. Policybazaar has clocked losses of rupees 213 and 218 crores in fiscal year 2019 and 2020 respectively. They have high operating costs because the company spends about 40% of its revenue on advertising and 45% on providing various employee benefits. This leaves a significant dent in its finances and restricts its scope of profit utilization. And they have negative EBITDA margin. The EBITDA margin of Policy Bazaar was negative in fiscal year 2019 and 2020, which is a worrying sign for any organization. The opportunities are as follows. They are expanding the UAE operations. So Policy Bazaar invested 36 crores in its subsidiary in Dubai, and PB Fintech ZL FZ LLC. Currently, this venture has sold about $100 million worth of term insurance plans, and Policy Bazaar plans this tally to $1 billion. Increased awareness due to COVID-19, insurance penetration in the market has rapidly gone up. Hence, the aggregator is well positioned to benefit from the rising awareness concerning insurance policies and changing preferences. According to a PwC survey, nearly 50% of respondents rely on online aggregators to buy their policies. Therefore, Policy Bazaar is well poised to benefit from this. The threats are increasing competition. Obviously, over the years, various enterprises have mushroomed in the digital insurance segment, of which Bank Bazaar, ACO, and CoverFox pose stiff competition to the company. Although Policy Bazaar holds the largest market share at present, the margins are thin. The IPO details are here under. The IPO opens on November 1st, 2021 and closes on November 3rd, 2021. There's a book built to IPO with a face value of rupees 2 per equity share and an IPO price ranging from 940 to 980 rupees per equity share. The market lot and the minimum order quantity are 15 shares. It's going to get listed at the BSE and the NSE with a fresh issue of equity shares of rupees 2 aggregating up to 5,625 CR, and the issue size listing at it's going to get listed at the BSE and the NSE with the issue size of equity shares of rupees 2 aggregating up to 5,625 CR and a fresh issue equity shares of rupees 2 aggregating up to 3,750 CR. The offer for sale remains the equity share of rupees 2 aggregating up to 1,875 CR. You can take a look at the GMP, the caustic rates, and the subject to SODA rates over here. The timetable is here under. The IPO opens on November 1st, closes on November 3rd. The basis of allotment date is November 10th. The initiation of refunds in case you don't get the allotment takes place on November 11th. The credit of shares to Demat account takes place on November 12th. And the IPO finally gets listed on November 15th, 2021. The Policy Bazaar IPO market lot size is 15 shares. A retail individual investor can apply for up to 13 lots or 195 shares or of rupees 1,91,000 or of rupees 1,91,100. So that will be all from my side for this video. I hope the video was helpful and informative for you all. Please stay tuned for more such videos. I'll see you in my next one. Until then, stay safe and take care. Bye. See you.